Hello, Jelly. How you doing? What up, Hellbat? I didn't do that, did I? Damn it. What up, cats? Thank you, Fear. I'm just do an hour. I don't think I have much more to do. Uh-oh. What do you mean your sister got sick? Hi, Luna. Hi, Crochet. Thanks, Hellbat. So this is for a competition thing for Crystal. Yes, please like the stream. Hi, Saja. So yeah, this is for a competition for Crystal's work. So, oh, that sucks. Stay away. Stay away from her. Like, treat her like she's a plague victim, and you gotta, you know, keep stay away. Stay away. No, don't give me. Um, Kick ass being a good bus driver. I don't know. I mean, you've got kids' lives in your hands. Be a awesome bus driver that you already are. Oh yeah, no. And especially at that age, man. Yeah. At that age, kids are just always sick. Always sick. I remember when my son was around that age, man. It was like you'd get him healthy, he'd be fine, and then all of a sudden he was sick again. And then he was just like, he's healthy, he's fine, he's sick again. He's healthy, he's fine. Nope, sick. I'm not needing any more mods right now. Um, yeah. Currently, I have 4 crystal cats, Vox and Haru, but I don't really need any more right now. And it also kind of really depends on the channel's like future about how many more mods or not I'll have ever. Welcome back, Kit. Hi, Haru. Oh, you're gonna be sick. What up, Asher? Yep, now you're gonna be sick, unfortunately. But it's worth it because you know your little sister's cuddling you and stuff. So I never had that. I'm the youngest, so I was the youngest of 3. So and substantially younger than them. Uh, Between me and my brother, there's 11 years difference. Between me and my sister, there was 9 years difference. So, oddly enough, too, me and my oldest nephew, there's 11 years difference. And between my oldest nephew and my son was 11 years or so difference. Weird how that number pops up quite a bit in my family. Haha! We'll take a nap. It's a pretty decent day. Yeah. Hi, Koi. How you doing? Well, welcome back, Koi. Notin. I'm doing all right. Oh, you gave your sister the Spider-Man. That's awesome. Fear, what is that? Yes, I'm drawing a dog. Yeah, Fear, what is that? And don't do that again. All right, Fear, stop, please. Thank you, Clay. Yeah, I need that to stop though, Fear. If you want, don't I don't really like it when people try to take over the chat in that kind of way. So please stop because it takes away from everybody else's chance to speak and be heard or seen or me to interact with. Because then I'm trying to figure out what if that meant anything or if it was worth me even looking at or responding, or then I missed other people's comments. So please stop. Oh yeah, really? I don't know, man. It's the dogs scare me. Like this dog or doing this is a little bit nerve wracking. So it's for Crystal's work. It's like a competition thing at Crystal's work that I'm doing this for. Yes, Lola. Well, please do more art, Kit. That's the kind of the point of what I had been trying to build here and stuff with everybody is art changes. That's two. Okay. You know, art's stupidly therapeutically good. Oh, and for everybody else, yesterday's finished painting. Bankai. Man, I was looking. So Crystal and I just started watching Bleach, the anime, and I have to say, watching the anime has been a lot of fun. Because one, I never watched it. Two, I just never watched it, kind of thing. Really growing up or before, and it's really cool to watch it with Crystal, and then it's really cool to watch it like new, kind of like I am, because like it's been quite a bit since I've watched it. But the art style between now and when that got started, like the show now and when the show got started, is a one of the greatest examples I've seen in media. Like, hey man, look, practicing. Even somebody that's been doing bleach for like 20 years now has improved in what they're capable of. So it's just I don't know. It's just one of those inspiring things to me today that I've realized. And go be sappy today. Sorry. Sappy in a good way, not sappy sad, but well, sad, but not sad. Not sad bastard, just sad. Or happy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. um, oh yeah, I remember. Hi Zen. All right, Zen. I was in here earlier. Thought you said you had drawn outlines. Oh, it's just a lead pencil. 0.5 specifically, but like, and I use this brand, which is like a $20 pencil. But before that, I used this brand, which was like a $20 set with like a bunch of pens and pencils and stuff like that. Uh, dude, I finger paint all the time. I did it when I did spray paint and stuff like that. Um, Finger painting and blending and stuff like that is like stupidly effective. And especially in this medium, I know it's not as good as in like for like your alcohol marker kind of stuff, but it's definitely something that I can blend in color a little bit and yeah. I had a friend of mine in Alabama. Her name was Marilyn. Sorry, it's been like 6, 7 years since I've or I've talked about this lady, but she did these really cool. Every bit of her paintings was acrylic paint or acrylic and oil. I think it was. I don't remember what her medium was. It was paint though, but she literally did everything finger painting, and she did these really cool portraits of people. So like it would be the face and then a face, and the eyes would be like there'd be an eye here and then like right next to it be an eye in a different color, and she would do it in an overlay coloring thing, and it was just really really neat. So well, you did say you were sick though, right? Yes, so I use a kneaded eraser, or this really nasty kneaded eraser. This is for this paper, this is for my canvas, um, to erase most of the pencil line marks. And then I go back in afterwards and I add in all of my own black with my fine line pen of my fine line Posca pen. So yeah, pencil will bleed into your markers, specifically if you don't erase the extra stuff. So go to Walmart, go to a art supply store and buy a kneaded eraser. They look like this. You tear them up and uh, erase with them, and then do that again until it gets kind of clean, and continue until it's too nasty to keep using. You forgot to dye your hair. What color are you dyeing your hair? I need white. So let's use. Actually, we need. Yeah. I hate dyeing my hair. Actually, let's do what I want to do. Yeah, I hate dyeing my hair. I hate it. That's why I don't do it anymore. Electric blue. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, no problems then. Electric blue. All right. I've had blue hair once. I won't do it again. Um, I didn't do well with getting my head bleached. I didn't do well with that at all. That shit hurt too much. Like it was. Uh, I hated that. I hated that so bad. Wolf cut. I don't. I'm gonna Google that because I don't know what a wolf cut is. Like I don't have a frame of reference. It's gonna be like a mullet. Oh, I have no idea why that's even okay. That's gonna be that'll be cool. The wolf cut. I don't know why it's called a wolf cut, but okay. Let's do it here. Yeah. I have a dumb. This is just a hypothetically dumb question, and I mean that, because it's never going to happen. But so you guys know my goal was to do 250 paintings by the end of the year. Um, I'm at 160, so 90 more to go. This one's not going to count because it's for crystal, and it's not like I can't sign it. So, but anyway, so one or 250 was my goal, right? I'd still like to make that goal, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Would it, like, if I were to put all 250 paintings that I did into a book, right, that we could maybe get published, not public, well, maybe published. I don't know how that works, but would that be something that you would own over like a painting, like a coffee table book of art? And in this case, maybe I add the sketch vault showcases in every month on one of them or something like that. I don't know. That's just me trying to think of some way of making all of this financially sustainable, workable, buildable, doable, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Um, oh shit! Hell yeah, cats! Hell yeah, cats! Nice. Clara does random stuff. I don't. You said something, but I don't know what it is. Um. So you're yes, Zen. On that question, that's true. Okay. Well, I was just curious on that. Paper quality. So this paper right here is watercolor, but what you're specifically looking for is the paper weight down here. So this is 140 weight paper or 30-gram paper. So it's it's thick paper, and it doesn't bleed. See, it doesn't bleed, and it holds the color. So I mean, I can hold on to for till I'm dead, but like, yeah. So it was just an idea that I thought of because I think that might be a neat, weird thing to do as like a coffee table book or what, I don't know. It's just a dumb thought. I've also thought about like before in years past, do like I have 12 big paintings or something like that, and then I do a calendar. I thought about that as a sale type thing once before, but that was back when I did spray paint. And at the time, I don't know. You know, the bad thing is a couple years ago when I was doing like 3 or 4 paintings a week in spray paint, I thought I was doing too much. And then now I'm doing like 6 a week, 5 a week. And that's too much too. Crystal was right about that on that case where having too much inventory might be a problem. Oh, and Zen, also how you store your Poscas helps. I store all my Poscas this way. So, how's it going, Moon? Yeah, I've seen a bunch of different stuff like that, and I've had friends that do it. I've had friends that did cosplay, their cosplay stuff, like photos for a calendar. I know uh, it's worked for other people, and then I know have had some friends that have had success with the calendar stuff before. A really good buddy of mine, or used to be a good buddy of mine, I don't even talk to him in years now. He's an artist, and he's an artist I respect, in the aspect of he helped me when I first got started back in 2010 or 15 at conventions and stuff. So like I went to my first convention. No, it was in 2014. Never mind. Um, yeah, I started in 2014, art and conventions. I just kind of went from one end to the other. But the first convention I ever set up at, Dimitri came over and he talked to me. Um, and he's done calendars and stuff, and he's successful at it. I don't know how he is, but he is living off of his art full time. So I mean, it's doable. It's possible. It's just I can't figure out the magic handshake formula or whatever. So just throwing out ideas. I'd really like to do something like that for like October because I do the 31 days. Maybe next year do it a different way. I don't know. Oh no, please don't answer or please ask all the questions you want to ask, Zen. I appreciate that. Hi, Demon Slayer. Does that answer your question, Kit? Uh, no. And I've been asked about like tutorial type stuff, but I really don't know. I don't know how to explain what I do and how I do it. Okay. Cats will be the first one to tell you. I'm always going to be the one that says practice, and like I even have it on my wall over here to the left of me by a really shitty drawing I did 3 years ago. Or shitty in my opinion, anyway. To it's bad in aspect of like what I can do now. I was proud of it then. I'm not proud of it now. But also I can set it next to where I'm at now, and that's a drive and a motivation. So it's practice, practice, practice. Like if you fail at this, try a different way. If you fail at that, pick it up a different way. Move forward. Keep pushing. It's gonna sound stupid, but it sounds like Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, but just keep practicing. Sparkles. I love that, cats. That's. I was talking to Crystal about the sparkles thing earlier. Like, I wish that was a sound effect that I had. Like, I had a button that I could be like practice, and then like make the sparkly, like ringy chime sound. I think that'd be amazing. Uh, let's do just this blue. Oh shit! Thank you, gamer. Well, that one's dead. About dead. You hear that rattle? That's about dead. Dead, dead. Yep. Oh. But yeah, like I don't really know how to tell you what I do or when I do it. And even if I do another paint, like I don't have the Keith Wall method. Like there's the Loomis method or whatever that I literally just found out what the name of it was a couple months ago. Um, and that's how a lot of people draw is the Loomis method, and that's a teachable, very teachable method. I can't use it because my brain. And then as you were asking me, Zen, about it peeling up, it does it still anyway sometimes. Uh, but yeah, I don't really know how to teach what I do. I can teach you spray paint. I can definitely teach spray paint. I can tell you every step of that one. Um, practice, practice, and keep practicing. Yeah, I mean, no, that one, it doesn't. It's not dead yet, but so yeah, never stop practicing. I mean, that was 2023. That was February of this month or this year. So I like I 100% preach that because I believe it. I what? Okay, I don't know what that means, but welcome. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I love that. I've done Nezuko quite a few times. The most recent Nezuko I did was a weird. Well, it wasn't a. It was a paid suggestion. The guy actually paid $15 on super chats for me to draw it, and it was Nezuko and Inosuke together. So I drew the Nezuko Inosuke, where Inosuke is teaching Nezuko how to say his name to piss off Zenitsu. I love that episode because like they find out the first thing that Inosuke does is finds out that Nezuko can talk, and he makes sure the first thing that Nezuko says to Tanjiro or to Zenitsu was Inosuke's name. And I don't know why that makes me so happy, but yeah, that it does. This blue sucks. Uh, anyway, uh, oh, and Inosuke. Speaking of, plus I don't. You know what? I don't have a Nosuke on my wall. I should have put a Nosuke up, and I didn't because I really like that one. Um, the other Demon Slayer I have, only big Demon Slayer one I have right now out and up, besides the Nezuko and Tanjiro, is my profile picture, which is the Muchiro. Yeah, my profile picture is Muchiro. It's probably like my third favorite Hashira, Muchiro. Well, no, I got to put him at four because I like Giyu and he's third, but Rengoku and Tengen. Yeah. I think just how the hair looks, which one is better? What are you talking about, Luna? Yep, that's my painting of Muchiro. I did that earlier this year. And I've done Mitsuri twice. I've painted Mitsuri twice. I need to paint her on a bigger canvas at some point. But I'm worried about drawing Mitsuri in on a bigger canvas overall because I'm afraid of the fan service side of things or being accused of fan service side of things again just because of her character. Because like the first time I painted Mitsuri, that's what somebody was bitching about is, oh my god, the fan service character, and I'm like, I didn't even draw her in a fan servicey way. There's like, it's just her face. Sorry, it's taking me way too long to color this in. Oh yeah, hell bad. If you're still in here, I don't know if you are or not. You probably had to leave. You should totally check out Demon Slayer after you get done with Death Note. Oh, I don't know. Because maybe it's just the long black and flowiness of it. I don't know. And you did a good job, Luna, on drawing that profile picture because I know that one's not an easy one. And then Crystal loves the fact that you did her old puppies. That's her dog. The dogs that are in Crystal's profile picture are Anna and Zelda. And I didn't get to meet Anna or Annie. Annie, sorry, I didn't get to meet Annie. But I did meet Zelda before Zelda passed away, and she was an old girl when I met her. Crystal had her for, I think it was 13 years that she had Zelda. She had Zelda a long time. And Zelda was a cool puppy or dog when I got to meet her. So I wish I could have met her when she was younger and more feisty or whatever, but you know, doesn't work out that it didn't work out that way. But Crystal loved the fact that you did that. Both the puppies, those puppies, and I like how you have that as the Vulcan wall. Uh, well, Kit, for me, it's always the last thing that I do. Um, if you've noticed, there's no black lines yet, and that's where I call what I call the magic side of things because like it goes from, oh, that's kind of neat to, oh shit, that's it's done. Like one of my favorite things I've heard you guys tell me about certain things is like I looked away and then all of a sudden now it's like I looked away, I was doing something or I had to go, I had to do something, but I left and I came back and all of a sudden it's like whatever I'm drawing, it's all of a sudden it's snapped into focus or kind of thing. So it's one of my favorite things about the way I do art versus uh, watching other people's art process sometimes. Um, because everybody always draws it out, sketches it out, then they go in, they put their black line down, then they color in the lines and whatever, and it's all the same, but a lot of it's all the same anyway. Not to say that that's the wrong way, it's just sometimes it's all the same. That's awesome, Luna. What are you barking at? think Ziggy had a nightmare. He does that sometimes. He'll wake up and there's like bark, and there's no reason for it. He's just like, "Oh shit, I am awake." Roof. You're like, "Oh, okay, cool, dude." What size circles did you make the profile pictures out of, and did you draw them out first, or did you like cut the circle out and then draw it out onto the circle? Yep, this is about dead cats. R.I.P. this marker. Means I gotta go. Not I don't know, it's dead, and I don't have a replacement for it. So. Uh, yes, in my opinion, yes. I mean, yeah, if you can use your finger on a digital thing, yeah. Yes, I believe a black line outline is a finished painting or a finished piece. Um, at least in my capacities in. So if it doesn't have a black line or whatever, and that's part of my art style is kind of comic bold lines. Um, like a comic style bold line outline or a bold, you know that there's a black line there. Um, for a long time, one of my issues is I could not see lines that there. There's lines in everything that you look at. Somebody's face, there's lines in it. Somebody's car, there's lines in it. And for a long time, it was hard for me to see that line. And then now I see what I'm looking for and see how to see the line somewhat. And then I have to put that line there, or else I feel like the painting isn't done or it's not finished. So it's not necessary for everybody, but in my case, I believe it's necessary. No, not always. Yeah, that one's dead, man. That's dead. It had a good life though. Oh, nice. That's a draw. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, Shadow, I think so. What day is today? Today's Wednesday. So yeah, I believe yes. But no, not really. None of my paintings, none of my artwork will not have black lines. So like where there's no line here, there will be a line. Hi, Emu. Yeah, so all of this black was the last thing that got added, except for a little bit of the white highlights that I put in this. And that's the case with everything. No, it's Wednesday. Or it's Wednesday for me anyway. What up, Damien? Yeah, and Zen, anytime you have questions, please ask. I like answering the questions that I can't answer. Um, some shit I don't know and I can't answer you, but yeah. And that even goes with my you put a seed in the ground and then you add no, I know. Uh I was being a smartass, I'm sorry. Mm, spray paint, that's what I was gonna say. Crystal is good, Ziggy is dumb like always. So even in my spray paint, all of that line work there's line work involved and added into it. That is why I don't. It's one of the reasons why in all of my spray paint, none of it looks like spray paint. Is because I finish it off and I make it not look like a stencil. So oh, nice. Happy birthday to your cousin, kid. So yeah, for me, I have to have line work. In fact, Damon, this is for Crystal. Actually, there's a competition at her art or her job. Well, hi, lady, how's it going? There's like an art thing about drawing 3 different dogs, and this is the one that I chose to draw for Crystal. So. What plant should I put on the blue plant buddy? I need more context than that, Crochet. Because I was going to say something like fucked up. Do a Monstera bush, but that's a nightmare. I know, so don't do that. Yeah, don't listen to my suggestion on that one. Spider lily. Do the blue, do the blue spider lily from Demon Slayer. No, a blue plant, huh? How about bluebells or like a bluebell like flower? It might not be that hard to do either, but like a bluebell flower. I know I'm not saying that right. And I was just being mean to you about telling you to draw a spider lily or to crochet a spider lily. Yes, tonight we are still at 5:30. So yeah, do a bluebell. Or what's those stupid things from Alice in Wonderland? Flowers. Yeah, I know it's purple-ish. I know it's purple crochet, but I'm not drawing myself. That is an off-limits thing. I've already drawn myself. I did Keithester, and then I did a really horrible sketch painting of my or drawing of myself that I personally hate and I need to burn. I don't know how hard that would be to do in crochet though. So if that's too if it's a hard that's a bad suggestion, just let me know. And I totally understand if it's a bad suggestion. Like I painted the spider lilies for the Muzan painting that I did, and that was oh my. Flowers aren't one of my strong suits in the world to draw usually. I've painted a few in spray paint and stuff before over the years, but I'm not a big fan of them. Like I did a rose a couple times and stuff like that, but I'm just not really a big fan of it as an art or for me as an arting anyway. I'm much better, Cosmic. Life is a little bit better. Cats joined the membership. We got a $2 donation. So if stuff like that can keep growing, the channel will be here and stay. So again, thank you, Cats, for joining the Vaultkin membership, paid membership. Thank you, Unkitty, for the $2 donation today. All of the gems that Haru has spent in here. as well. All of that stuff is helpful in helping. So thank you. It's still not quite enough, but maybe September for the convention will help out the everything else out too. So fingers crossed on the convention kind of boosting us up a little bit in September. Because remember, we have 20 days canvases or 19 canvases. So, oh, aren't there like blue succulents? I know. I'm a simple creature of that aspect. I like a rose. I like a dark colored rose specifically, like um those really dark red ones. Not like I don't even have the color. It's kind of like that color red of a rose is kind of what I like. I dig those a lot. I think those are really cool. Um Other than that, like I don't really have a flower type thing. I just like a rose. And like I said, I know that's one of those like, oh yeah, well, everybody likes roses. Well, yeah, I'm kind of basic in that aspect. So I want a black rose bush so bad, but it's never gonna happen. And specifically not now that I live in Vegas. Uh my brother and sister-in-law have a neighbor that has like a rose bush in their yard, and it is gorgeous, like twice a year. And then the rest of the time it's just dead because it's the desert, right? You know, it's the desert. So, oh, I need a thanks day when if they come back in. So, yeah, I got the has-been duck. I got the Lucifer duck. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh no. Okay, black. Actually, not black. We're not ready yet for that. So let's do. That's not gonna work. That's too big. So let's do. Yes, there's gonna be something in there. Oh man, like there you go, lady. Clouds, yes. I'm not gonna do a sun because I can't make it look good. This is how much I like Alistair. So I should have worn this like Flavor Flav when I got to go meet Alistair. Also, kind of wish I would have met Alistair in cosplay. No, I made that clock. I made that clock, lady. I have two. I have two clocks. I have a Alistair clock and a Majora's Mask clock. Now it's working again. Dad damn it! I hate this clock. This clock works like half the time. So Hi, Crystal. What do you think so far? The Majora's Mask clock was one that Crystal set down on my desk one day last year and was like, do something, do something, do something, do something with it. And then I did. And then the Alistair clock was we bought another clock and Chris was like, do something with it, do something. And so I did. And I don't even know what I can charge for those Alistair clock, like the clock. The Majora's Mask clock doesn't really work, unfortunately. And I've taken it apart like 4 times to try to get it to work. And then Crystal informed me that it didn't work when she gave it to me very well. So I'm not as worried that I broke it at this point when I was taking it apart because I had to take all of it apart to get it uh, together or to working right. Oh, it won't hold it as cats. Yeah, I was telling Luna that you liked her Annie and Zelda, or your uh, drawing of your profile picture the other day, and then I was telling him about how I got to meet Zelda and how much you've told me cool things about Annie. Now I kind of feel like Bob Ross in this little happy little grass right here. I am Bob Ross. Yes, I've never watched the Dress Up Darling show. I've heard it's like I don't know. It's weird. All right, so Bob Wall, Keith Ross, better. Uh, yeah, that's the only way to really do grass, unfortunately. Uh, well, this is also Crystal, so she's a beautiful person as well. Yep, Crystal's a beautiful person as well. It's better than Walmart, Keith Walmart, that you guys came up, or what's his name, whoever the hell it was that said it the other day. And then Asher made me made me Keith Walmart sign. You know what I'm gonna do? I gotta do it. I gotta do it, cats. I gotta draw Billy someday, and that's gotta be a badge for the Vaultkin members. Is a Billy badge, like what your Zim is right now. There has to be a Billy badge. Yeah, I need to draw Billy. I got to figure out how to do a chickenpox party picture though. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's my hang up, I guess. How I convey that pretty decently. What up, Owl? Oh no, it's all good, Owl. Well, welcome. You are welcome, Crystal. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just that my goal wasn't met, so it doesn't matter. Uh, I mean, I would draw Nifty 100, but I'd draw her in a sketch. There we go. That would work. So if anybody's trying to figure out what Katz and I are talking about with Billy and who Billy is so I made a joke a while back about when I was a kid, and so they didn't have a chicken pox vaccine when I was a kid, right? Because they would just be like, "Yeah, man, just go get chicken pox. It's fine. You'll be fine." Right? And your parents would literally take you to like a kid's house that had chicken pox so that you would have a chicken pox party with this kid. So you would go and you would get exposed to chicken pox and you would get chicken pox so that you didn't have to deal with like getting them at my age or when you're older and stuff like that. And yeah, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. So when I was a kid, I got chicken pox when I lived in New York. I had pneumonia around the same time that I had chicken pox, which sucks. But I remember they like my parents took me to my cousin's house because they had chicken pox. And people from like Crystal's and I's generation, that's how you would deal with getting chicken pox is like they would literally just take you over to a kid's house that had chicken pox, or they hope you caught it from a kid at school or whatever. So you would just yeah, so you would just get the chicken pox, right? And then you don't have to worry about them afterwards. So I was telling everybody about that, and I named the kid Billy. And Katz is one of the few people that remember that conversation right offhand. I know. And to 100% preference or prefaces, Billy does not exist. He's not a real kid. I'm just using that as an example. Uh, yeah, chickenpox party. Okay, well, deja vu. Yeah, so like nowadays you have you just like as a kid you go and get vaccinated for chickenpox. Well, when I was a kid, they didn't have a chickenpox vaccine. So if you to get like they would just take you to some kid's house that had chickenpox or your cousin's house or somebody like that that had chickenpox, and you would have like a chickenpox party, and then because most everybody in your house, if you're especially if you're younger or you have younger or older siblings, most of the time they've already had chickenpox, so nobody else in the house is like in danger of having the chickenpox. It's only the kid that didn't have chickenpox. Um, so yeah, I got chickenpox by going to a chickenpox party type thing, and that was a real thing. I remember I told my ex about it, and she thought it was fucked up. And I was like, "Did you never have chickenpox?" And she said, "No." And I was like, "Well, that sucks for you because as an adult, getting chickenpox is not fun." So, Well, I need you to start dreaming that I'm a millionaire. Okay, if that's the case. Uh, yeah, I got that. So the only one that ever scared me is like mumps, measles, and rubella. Right, the mumps, measles, rubella shot. I couldn't have that as a kid because of allergies to eggs. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but when I was a kid, uh, vaccines and stuff like that were incubated in an egg white incubation type thing. Okay, and if I would have taken the shot, it would have killed me. So I couldn't get that shot as a kid. And not that like I'm an anti-vax person or I don't think vaccines help or anything like that. I just couldn't have that one until I was 18. I couldn't have that shot, and then they changed it, and I could get the shot. So then I was finally covered against measles, mumps, and rubella, which was terrifying growing up. By the way, thinking about it, especially every now and then you'd hear like, "Oh yeah, such and such kid case of measles popped up," and you're like, shit, shit, shit." So yeah, I was terrified of that stuff as a kid because like I didn't good. I can't remember who else. There was somebody else in here about that that's still here around. I don't know if anybody's still around from when that actually came out besides you cats. Oh yeah, man. I remember the that welcome back, Crochet. I remember the craziness about the vaccines and they cause autism. That was really bad and big here in America. Thanks, Jenny McCarthy. She was one of the ones that like the actress. She was one of the ones that was like real big and adamant about pushing that vaccines caused autism and shit. And it's not the case. There's no medical uh anything that says any vaccine causes any kind of autistic things or stunts your growth mentally or causes you to whatever, like all that shit's medically proven not the case, right? uh so yeah, no, like I'm an anti-vaxxer in the case of like when I was a kid I couldn't have it. And then I will say I didn't want to take the COVID shot at all when COVID was going on. I didn't want to do. I didn't want that shot. Not because I don't think it was good or anything or whatever. I just don't believe it's effective. It's like the flu shot. I don't get the flu shot because I don't ever get the flu. And when I do get the flu, it's because I got the flu shot. I swear to you, if I do not get the flu shot, I'm good. I don't really get sick. I don't have the flu. Nothing. I get the flu shot, I'm sick. So that's the reason I didn't want to get the COVID shot. But my job and the American government at the time made me get the shot. And then I got the shot, and then a month later, I caught COVID, which is shitty in my opinion. And it's not that is not to be said that I think that the reason I got COVID was because of the shot or anything like that. I just it circumstantially I got COVID a month after I got the shot is what happened. So that's like literally the only vaccine I was like, I don't want to take that. I don't want to get it. I don't want it. And that was 100% for, I just don't think it was a needed thing overall. And especially now, years later, that COVID, you still have to get COVID shots and people still get COVID and stuff. So, um, I understand at the time the scare and all that, but her eyes are hazel. So, yeah, I knew exactly what you're trying to say. Her eyes are hazel. They're kind of bluish green. Um, yeah, yeah. Yep. Time zones. Time zones are a crazy, crazy thing. Um, Crystal's got mostly her. They're like a bluish green, but they're a hazily bluish green. So yeah, yeah. So here in America, the whole like anti-vax thing and it causes autism and all that stuff was started by a stupid celebrity here in America who said that her son was fine until he got some vaccine that caused him to have autism, and that she then later cured of autism with like whole food, fresh foods, organic fresh foods or some shit. So what's the real story there? I don't know. But also, we should never take medical advice from some chick that used to be on a show called uh, or on an MTV show, dating show and stuff at any point in time, or that married one of the not Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block. Yeah, New Kids on the Block. She married like the founding member of the New Kids on the Block, Mark Wahlberg's brother, later, and she was also married to like Jim Carrey or some shit at one point. So you should never trust the medical advice of that lady. uh, And then like even my brother, ex brother in law that had autism, it's not his family never once were like, oh yeah, it was that vaccine. Although his mom did kind of think that for one at one point in time, but she was grasping at kind of straws on trying to find reasons for stuff at the time when that happened. So, but yeah, no, I've never believed that. I would, and okay, here's a good one for you. There's a Penn and Teller's skit that they do thing. It's called bullshit or whatever, and they're talking about the whole vaccine autism thing. That's really really informative. So if it's 7 in the morning for you, you're China, China, Japan, somewhere around there maybe. um oh yeah, Crystal, we have to change, we have to add more the badges after this month, by the way. I just thought about that. We need we'll have to have more badges because I think that's the last one that we have loaded right now. Death. Damn, this is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would, Crystal. Yeah, okay. Well, it's not gonna have that tooth back there now. Oh shit, Japan. I was close. I said Japan, I think. Yeah, I did. Uh yeah, right. I agree with that. Hi, how are you? I think that's what that says. Thank you, lovely. Or owl. For me, okay, certain things I can believe that like a traumatic brain injury can cause you to have issues. My nephew is a good example of that. He was 3 years old. He put a big crack in his skull. Like he may have had some brain damage, but because of the age that he did it at, it never really affected him too badly. So I think he's like maybe a little slower than what he would be if he didn't crack his skull open at 3 years old. But like maybe Blake would have always been a little weirder than normal, or whatever. But also he's not like anything wrong with him. Uh he's just weird, right? Nephew wise, just is just a weird guy. And I mean that just as a good thing. He's weird. But he might not be as weird as he was if he did not crack his skull open when he was 3 years old, right? And then so yeah, I believe that kind of stuff can cause you issues. And you look at football players and traumatic brain injuries from all the concussions that they've had. Um, it's 100% fact in that case that these things cause this thing. But like, and I do believe environmental factors can help in certain things, maybe. But like, nah, yeah, nah. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing? Uh, So it auto translates that for me, Kit. So it says, "Wait, this is better? Hello, how are you?" I don't know what that says in Japanese kanji or whatever that I saw, but yeah. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm trying to figure out who I'm what. It's always a difficult time trying to remember who I'm talking to or addressing sometimes, and then there's other chats happening, so it's always like a weird balancing act in that case. This is what I'm talking about, the line work stuff being magical. This right here, what I'm doing is my favorite thing in the whole world is this part. Oh yeah, it just auto translates it for me, so I never know. And then the weird thing is the auto translate part sometimes will auto translate English into something stupid. So like a lot of the times when you guys come in and we're like, "Oh hi," it comes up this. It says this for some reason with the little translated thing. Um, when I type in my last name, it translates it to the German last the German word my last name is from, which is election or choice or vote, which is stupid that it does that sometimes. So like when I tried to show off Wally uh, one time and I tried to type it Wally, it came out choice E or election E on my end. I wonder what mine will turn into. Oh yeah, speakers. I don't know what that how to. I'm not quite sure on that one. Yeah, I've always thought it was funny that my last name is uh, it's German, right, or Prussian German, whatever you want to call it, and it's funny since I've gotten on YouTube. When a German person will come in here, they sometimes try to speak German to me, uh, and whatnot. So that's kind of always cool. But like I know when I've growing up, anytime I've met like German people out and about, out and about, uh, they'd never pick up on my last name being German for some reason. So just a weird thing. Oh, nice. I suck with German, so yeah. The this thing is always a weird one for me because like it'll pop up and be like this, and like when somebody's like hi with an explanation point next to it, it's even funnier. It's kind of even funnier for me because it'll be like this explanation point. That's cool that you got. It's a small world sometimes, crochet with the whole where names and stuff come from. At least in my opinion, it's kind of a uniquely small world. Although, like, I've never met anybody that I wasn't related to with the last name Wall before, but there are other people out there named Keith Wall. In fact, there's a doctor or something like that, and few years ago, I had one guy like messaged me on Instagram because I was using the name Wallcrafts at the time, and he was like, "Man, you stole my last name." I was like, "What's your name or what's your last name?" And he's like, "It's Wall," and I'm like, well, "I didn't steal it. I was born with it." Yeah, like I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't steal your shit. Although I did have to yell at my uncle years and years ago about that shit. He pissed me off. So I have an uncle named David as well as my dad named David. I actually have two uncles named David. Okay. I have an uncle DG and an uncle David. Okay. Uh, one is alive, one is not. Um, moral of the story is, yeah. Da, 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 da. Oh no, sorry about your Wi-Fi. You're almost finished. That's awesome. Please post it when you're done gaming. I saw a little bit of it yesterday and it looked good. I made a comment and then I had to leave. So thank you, Kit. I appreciate that. What up, Dwayne? See, that's cool. I have some Scottish ancestry supposedly in my family tree or whatever, but I don't know. According to my mom, I have Scottish English and stuff on like her side of the family. Um, and different shit like that. So I don't know. I know I'm all white things European with some Native American mixed in there in my blood. So but then again, every white person in America usually tells people that they have Native American in their family tree somewhere. That is one of the benefits of like being from Europe like that, though, I'll say, is that at least you know where the hell you're from, as opposed to like Americans. We're always trying to trace where we may have came from in some capacity or another, which I've never quite like. I get it for like the family tree type stuff and things, but yeah, my family did a family tree once. Oh yeah, back to my story about David's. Uh, what up, Laser? How's it going? Nice. I can read that. It is amazing. Yes. Today has not been bad. Not been bad, Dwayne. I want to go. Okay, well, have a good one, Kit. Have a good one. Hope your everything's good. Uh, I want to go to Edinburgh, really, really bad. That would be a fun time, in my opinion, to go to like Edinburgh and I'd like to see some of the old world stuff. In our case, like as Americans, it's old world. It's just your world or your your home, but to America, it's the old world. But I would love to be able to go out to like Edinburgh and Scotland, just in general. I've Another place I always wanted to go was Northern Ireland, just in general, like up in the top part of Northern Ireland, because I think it's just pretty up there from all of the things that I've seen, and I know Scotland's pretty, and like I said, would love to be able to go do that. Uh, only thing I ever did when I lived in Germany as a kid was I went to Austria and I hated it. So, long story short, Austria sucked, at least in my experience. So, bye, Crystal. What time is it? Yes, hour to go, Crystal. See you in a bit. Bye, kid. Have a good one. Edinburgh, bro. Sound nose. What do you mean? I don't get that. So, no to going to Edinburgh? Or am I saying it wrong? Because I believe I'm saying I could. If I'm saying it wrong, I believe that 100%. Uh, but yeah, no, I would love to go there. I'd like. This is gonna sound weird, but I have no real desire to go to anywhere in England except like Stonehenge and some stuff like that. Like I've never wanted to go see London very much. So yeah, and then Kit, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Taiwan. Uh, there's just a lot of places that I would love to be able to travel to and go and see. Oh yeah, where the Loch Ness monster was lied about. I've watched that thing. I would love to go to that there too. See that see that. That would be really cool. You guys have another weird thing in Scotland, cryptid, right? There's another cryptid besides Nessie, isn't there? Ooh, that's what we should do one day, maybe cryptids. Ah, so it's Edinburgh. Oh, see, I can't pronounce that right. Edinburgh. See, that sounds so weird to say it without. Yeah, that's how it sounds in my head. Edinburgh. Borough. I'm fucking that up and I apologize. Um, you can tell I'm from America. Oh. Edinburgh. Bruh. I'm not gonna fuck that up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop butchering it now. Okay, what is haggis as in a cryptid? Please explain haggis the cryptid. And what kind of cryptids do you guys have in your parts of the world? Like, I don't remember what the weird shit cryptids we have here are in Vegas. There is a cryptid here in Las Vegas, supposedly. I can't remember what it was. Uh, damn. I know when I lived in Alabama, we had this thing called the Alabama White Thing. Okay. And I'm not enunciating it weirdly, I'm not pronouncing it wrong. It is the Alabama White Thing. Thang. Thang. I am not a good therapist. No. I do art therapy for myself, but I personally am not a therapist. So not in not in any stretch of the imagination. But if ZocDoc would ever, give me a um, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, money for advertisement. I would do Zoc. I would do that. But it's never going to happen. I don't think. Although it'd be great if anybody wanted to give me what's the word I'm looking for? Paid sponsorship. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And if nothing else, I will look up the haggis. But yeah, Alabama white thing is a monkey Sasquatch thing that's like 3 feet tall and it smells bad. That's how you know you're coming up next to the white thing in Alabama. Is it smells like a dead animal or a skunk, and it's supposed to be a 3 foot tall Sasquatch looking thing. So, Alabama white thing don't make any sense, but what it is. And then in northern, the Paiute Indian Native Americans, Paiute natives here in northern Las Vegas or northern Nevada, anyway. They fought red-headed giants that they killed and locked into a cave, supposedly. Although the thing says that they were red-headed cannibals, but they were also a giant. So I don't know if they were a human, according to the tribe or whatever. But yeah, so hi Abby. Oh, nice Final Fantasy stuff. Thank you. So this is for a competition for Crystal. Okay, so haggis has a long leg and one long leg, one short leg. Okay, well, all right. I'm going to look up haggis. That sounds interesting. Yes, Baku or Deku. Who are you drawing from Five Nights at Freddy's? And I just saw where the voice actor for Chica is supposed to be at a convention here in October here in Las Vegas. But I'm not going to even attempt to set up at that one because all their flyers were AI. So I don't like that. And I will make a stand against that kind of shit, at the end of the day. Oh, nice. Oh, no, no, no. The convention that I was talking about is something called ToyCon or something like that, and it had an AI banner for the convention and for every one of its celebrities that were there. So that means that they prioritized making it cheap over prioritizing an artist doing that work. And because of that, I can't justify giving that place money, even if I had the money. But I can't justify giving that money if they're using it and then pocketing it and not buying or not spending the extra little bit of money to get a graphic designer to actually make that for them. So the whole AI flyer thing. And I know people are gonna always hate on that, but at the end of the day, the AI is part of an issue. Crystal saw a video yesterday that summed it up 100%. After the AI overlords take over the world, it was a bunch of cavemen standing around going, oh, oh ah, and grunting at each other because we lost the ability to have a like actual language anymore because we were too stupid from having AI do everything for us. So, hi, say Syed Ali. Good luck, Abby. Yeah, I know about the Fae. The your guys' fucking flag has a unicorn on it, right? And the country's motto is "fuck around and find out." Scotland's dude. I have to give Scotland like 100% credit for their like country motto is "fuck around and find out." In it's "fuck around and find out" though. Like how how awesome is your country's motto to be of "fuck around and find out"? Like, don't ask me, but I think that is amazing. And also, your guys is like I said, you have your country's you have a unicorn. Like you're like, yeah, man, we believe in our unicorns. America's over here like we got a Wendigo because people hate people. We got the Alabama white thing. Louisiana's got the Lugaroo, which is a werewolf. Uh, yeah, you guys are up here with "fuck around and find out." I'm from Scotland. Uh, I like cats better than dogs. Yes. Scotland has unicorns on their thing. 53D printed ones. That's awesome. I drew a dragon for one of the sketch requests a while back. Yeah, so Scotland's motto is "fuck around and find out," and I think on their flag, right, or I might be wrong, has a unicorn on it. Like I think that's right, and I might be wrong. Owl, am I wrong? I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. More than likely, I'm wrong, but I know the "fuck around and find out" part is not because I respect the shit out of that as a country motto. Try me. That's exactly what that is. Is try me. Uh, you want a piece of me? Well, try me. Yep. Welcome back, Abby. Yeah, I thought I was right on that. I'm glad I was. Sometimes I know things. Sometimes I spot. Yeah. So when I was a kid, we in my neighborhood we had like some people decided to like clean up a bunch of trash. Oh shit! Clean up a bunch of trash in the neighborhood. Well, then everybody in the neighborhood then got like inundated with uh, rats. and stuff. So we had like these little field mice. They were like that big in the house, and they were running around everywhere. I trapped one in the closet of my bedroom, and then I went and got my cat named Oscar at the time. Oscar brought Oscar in, set Oscar down, said like, Oscar, get the kit or get the mouse, and he just looked at it and like turned around and left and went to his food bowl and ate food. Oh, neat. Well, thank you, Shaquille. Shaquille Oatmeal. That's a pretty funny name. I like that. I said that wrong too, didn't I? That's not Shaquille O'Neal. Type Shaquille, right? I'm saying that wrong. Uh, oh, well, thank you. Nice to meet you. So this is for an art competition for my girlfriend at her job that I'm drawing for her. Shh, don't tell anyone. So yeah. Actually, I didn't know. What up, Jazzy? How's it going? Yay, post art. That's not the right brown. Uh, is one of your cats the Siamese that's in your profile picture, Owl? Because if so, that's because it's a Siamese and they suck sometimes when they don't want to do something. every Siamese cat I've ever met in my life, when they don't want to do something, they're just like, I'm not. You can't make me. You think you can, but that's cute. That's cute that you think that I give a shit what you think because I'm a cat. I was talking to you again. I thought I said hello, Kit. You were talking about the red panda. I said that was neat. Uh, well, Shaquille, welcome to the channel too, by the way, and I hope you subscribe and for sure come back and check out some more stuff. And if you're not busy later tonight, we are doing the sketch requests, and that's always fun. I think he's done. I don't really want to do much more with him because I think if I do, I'm going to overwork it. Yeah. All right. It's almost done. Yeah. No, he's done. Nope. Screwed that up. Hold on. Uh, Oh, you're good. Keith's game. What? I don't know what that is before it translated it for me. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Oh, neat. Um, I've had a few dogs and cats and stuff like that in my life. Uh, Favorite cat I've ever had of all time was this cat named Teal'c, but that I'm biased because that little cat was born in my lap. Uh, like literally, his mom would not have him anywhere but on me. Um, and then I raised him for a while, and then he got attacked by mean dogs. Um, and we didn't know about it until after, and he didn't make it. So, yeah, that sucks. Sorry, sad news. But I've had a few cats in my life. One of the coolest cats I ever had was this cat named Sam. Sam was part Siamese and part hate. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to call him other than that. He was part Siamese and part hate. Um, Not to anything, anybody. Like he wasn't mean to people, but he didn't care at all. Like if a big dog was coming at him to charge him, he'd just stand his ground and punch the cat or punch the dog. So, oh, nice. We have two cats and there's six also. Hi, Nova. And hello, Genya. We have Ziggy, Buddy, and Sunny. That's it. Just those three. I think he's done. Yeah, I think that's done. Shit, shower, and shave. Looking now, looking now. Oh my god. Oh my god, cats. That's adorable. You colored it in too. Wow. Wow, cats. That's awesome. Holy shit. Nice. All right. See you later, Kit. Have a good one. Asher, that is awesome. I love Keith Storer and Krista Nifty. Chris Christophe. I don't even know how to say that. Now I'm trying to think on how to pronounce that, and I can't. So, but Crystal Nifty is amazing. 4, 5. Uh oh yes, Asher Katz. Post the bird and the fat unicorn again, please. I cannot find your bird, and I cannot find the fat unicorn right this second. And if I did, I apologize. Your pass offs are low key due right now. That is awesome about marching. What is the okay? Oh shit, Crochet! I just saw your tattoo. Okay. I'm looking at the community posts right now. Sorry, I hadn't had a chance to do it. and I'll be getting a Spider-Man. Hi, Naomi. Uh, oh, screw that. Screw that. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. 10, 15. Because, like, there'll be somebody talking, and then I'll look up and I'll see the name, and that's 100% why I do it, is because I will see the name, I will be responding to somebody, and then the other name will pop up, and then my brain goes Asher, or my brain goes Cats, or my brain goes Owl, or Beagle, or something like that. So yeah, it's 100% my fault, and it's 100% me. So yeah, it's 100% that, Asher. You're 100% right. I'm bad at keeping up with it, but also I'm trying to draw and keep up with it and stuff like that. That's why when I do the sketch requests, I have to have Crystal, because without Crystal I can't do it. Like there's 100%, I can't do it. I think he's done. What do you guys think? I don't think I can add anything else to him. And if you guys want, guess the markers. Um oh yeah. Uh what up, Gasly? Well, I'm glad that you think it's funny. I apologize for messing up your names. So, in my case, so my brother and my sister were David and Dawn. Okay. And when one of them was getting yelled at, man, it was so messed up, because every now and then, like, Keith would get yelled out, and I'm not even doing anything. Like, uh, I'm not even in the same area as the ones that are, as my brother and my sister are, and they're like, they're yelling out Keith, like, ah, and you're like, I didn't do anything. Don, Davy, fucking, ah. I don't know how my grandfather did it, man. How my great grandfather did it, or my grandfather did it, because he had David and David Lee. He had David Lee and David Galen. So you had DG and D Lee. Yeah, so I was trying to tell you guys that earlier. So when my dad was little, he was 4 or 5 years old when he got adopted by my grandfather, his dad, the one that adopted him anyway. So he's like 4 or 5 years old, somewhere around there. My grandpa Galen adopted my dad and his brother Joe, and when he adopted my dad and my uncle Joe, he had a David and a Barb, my aunt Barb and my uncle David. So David, my uncle, is David Gayland, which is his middle name is my grandfather's name. And then there was my dad, David Lee. So they just said D Lee and DG, right? The funny thing is, both of them were David Wahl. Both of them are in the same grade, right? They had different classes, they did different stuff. And anytime my dad would do something and get in trouble, he they would just call over the intercom, David Wall, come to the office. And every single time my idiot uncle would go. Every single time. See you later, Luca. Close. Ghastly, you're close. Lady is close. Uh, kept calling bagel blender. 18, 17. Hi, Bayla. How you doing, Bayla? Um, yeah, you got to wait till later. Oh, very close, Ghastly. 21 is a close guess. Cat's got it. Bye, Kit. Have a good one. So we're done. Yeah, I'm not messing with this anymore. I'm done with this. I like it. I like Tank, and I'll be getting the video together soon for the sketch result or sketch request. I got everybody's saved already, so I just got to get the video put together. Um, dude, Nifstall. I see that now. Nifstall cats. I just saw what you posted it as. Nifstall. I like Nifstall. Uh, I would add a bow, but I want it to be as close to the draw or the reference as possible. So have a good day, Kit. Thank you, Calypso. Cats is really good at this game. So how do I send one what? Flowers was here, yes, earlier. Yeah, Cats is really good at this game, but also Cats has been playing this game for quite a while now. So, um, you got to go, Owl. Is that the song title? Today I don't feel like doing anything, and then the rest of the song. I don't know. I don't know how to sing that song, but or I don't know all the words of that song. So I know it's. I don't know. I really wish I was better with music, like lyrical music specifically. Music, I'm pretty good at remembering. It's the lyrics and that kind of stuff I can't remember to save my life. Uh, oh, okay, yeah, Kit leaving, yeah. So, uh, but yeah. Anyway, we're walking Ziggy real quick. Ziggy tax time, and he don't care. Ziggy tax time, and he can't hear. That is the song. I knew it. I knew it. What's up? All right. He's being goofy. Uh, how did you get more than 100 subs? Oh, you got more than 100 subs yesterday, a few days ago. Awesome. I read it wrong, Ghastly, so I was confused. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't play the Romero. I'm horrible when it comes to lyrics. Yeah, I suck with lyrics and stuff. So awesome. What did you do? What did you post or make that caused you to get the influx? That's wow. Well, good job, Gasly. You're doing better than I am. All right, guys. So yeah, that's awesome, Gasly. What tags did you use so we can post our videos to try to get 70,000 views? It's like, yeah. I had a video hit 70 something thousand. It was my first Mitsuri painting. And it told me I had gotten 700 and something subscribers from that one video. And at the time, I never once was over 500 at the time for a subscriber account. So I had 700 and something people subscribe and then immediately unsubscribe to me. So that was fun. Yeah. My Mitsuri painting has that. So hit like 70,000 views in one day. And then it immediately like just shit out and stopped. And then it said that I had gotten 700 and something subscribers off of that one video, and that was determined to be a lie. Yeah, straight up, it was a lie. So fun. You gained 3 subs. Great day. Wow. That's awesome, Gasly. And that video also has 1,400 views or likes on it, too. So that's awesome. Yeah, for me, these are my 2 best videos that I have. And I'm still desperately trying to get this one over 100,000, but it's never going to happen. So, hello, Five Nights Freddy's fan. Copics, or not Copics, Pascas. So yeah, this one has almost 100,000 views. This one has 74,000. And those are the highest ones I've gotten. That one's 26, 23, and then they go down from there, like substantially go down there from there. But this one is the one that I've been trying to get. I'm so close. I'm so close to the 100,000, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, never going to happen. And then the Mitsuri one is almost at 75,000, but it got me 10,000 likes. And then all of those subscribers, that's a lie, by the way. I use Pascas and Guana, which Guana is that brand. And then my Pascas and Guana. And then I have Grabby too, but I don't like the Grabby as much. So Pascas are really good. See, so I think part of the issue is it only registers like a couple video. Like you have to like watch it, come back and watch it again or something like that for it to actually register it. Because right now it's saying in the last 48 hours it's had 7 views. So yeah, you have the unicorn on your head. You're going to eat your first sub. All right. I think that's mean that you would eat them, but you know, whatever. Well, you have 16 subscribers, Calypso, so you should have eaten the first one. I don't know. It's you've got to use YouTube Studio, Ghastly. You have to use YouTube Studio to do that and get it. So according to what I'm seeing right now, it says 16, but then it also doesn't always like stay up to date with that. I gained 2 subscribers today, so I'm stuck at 746. Well, yeah. That's the plan. So, but oh, I'm gonna tell you guys so you can know. I haven't asked yet, but 28. I'll ask on one of them. So, hey, silly. 28. This is today's work. Yeah, today's painting. So, I'm gonna. This one's got to go. I hope it does well. Thank you. It's a drawing for Crystal's work, so I hope it goes well. I hope it I hope it wins. I do. I really do. And if it doesn't, nah, oh well. It'll probably be something weird. All right, let me look. That's awesome. I hope it does. I mean, I didn't win. We didn't win with the pumpkin last year. So, what up, Connor? How you doing? Hey, Connor, you said something in the last live that people got mad at you or something, and I don't know what that was. And if so, I'm sorry. So, yeah, there's my Muchiro. So I just wanted to let you know that, like, sorry if somebody made you feel shitty or something earlier in the live or whatever. That was not my intention, and if so, I apologize. No, yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't even know what the issue was on what you were saying. I just saw where you said somebody was mean to you or something like that, and I don't know what happened. So I wanted to. I'm glad you're back so I can ask. Because I looked up and I couldn't find where anything was said to you or not. So, but yeah, I got some of it. Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know who said anything, so I was hoping you could explain that. Oh, thank you. This is all my like finished paintings and stuff like that I've done. I'll show you my wall of wall art. I really like this though. In the frame anyway. Oh yeah, you're pretty lady. So, and then my wall of magnets and stuff. Uh, Me too, Ghastly. I'm so happy about that, Luna. Which is the favorite painting by me? My favorite painting by me. Which did you see the where's I don't have Jinx up here. The V one. Vi. Which painting, Asher, is your favorite? And that's awesome, Luna. I appreciate that. So, oh yes, my favorite as well, or the pretty lady one. I know this one is Katz's favorite. Um, that's my favorite too. So, oh, you like so two for Albedo. You like the Maid Jacks? Purple hair. Oh, that one. Ghost in the Shell. The pretty lady. Well, here, let me grab Jack's for you real quick so I can show you. Connor, have you seen the collage? Have you seen my has-been collage? And I appreciate hearing that, Luna. Katz told me something similar the other day, and I really appreciate that. So, but yeah, have you seen my has-been collage? I don't remember. I don't know if you've been around. You have not been around long enough to see the has-been collage, but so. But again, Connor, I apologize for anybody being shitty. So, my autocorrect is trying to be funny today. My brain, not Baker. Uh, I love the Take That Depression one for sure. Zip drawing is so cute. Oh yeah, Hollow Knight. Hold on one second. There you go. The first drawing I ever did on that wall for uh, the oldest painting on this wall is this one. The oldest painting period is that one. I remember that. So yeah, that one's my oldest painting on this wall. I need to play those games, Owl. Yeah, this is the oldest painting I have, and then the oldest drawing I have on my wall is that one. Straight up is that one. That's the oldest one, and that's why it says never stop practicing, and it's next to the newest one. So yeah, that Nezuko is the oldest drawing. That's the oldest painting that I have. So trying to think. Those are those are pretty old. Those are pretty old. Those are a couple years old. She's a couple years old. So yeah. Um, that one on the bottom though is the oldest painting up there. So and then the collages are really cool too. So you got season 2 has been collage, and then you got the sketch vault showcase collage or the sketch vault collage. Which again, everything up here is here. Okay, so everything on one of these magnets is up here in this collage. I will play them at some point. Just question Legends. I've not. I have no idea what that is. So, but yeah. So, Spider Man, Spider Man, Thrag, Mark, Alistair, Lucifer, Alistair, Lucifer. Pokemon Psyduck. Where's she at? Death. 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 Pink Death. Angel would be here or here. No, I've not heard of that, but that sounds neat. I like D&D stuff, so yeah. But yeah, so this is the collage from this. And then, you know, I have that collage and stuff like that. Because my brain is because it's hard to keep up with what I'm talking about. It's because they're both in the same painting too. So yeah, that's 100%. And also I pointed at Alistair and then pointed at Lucifer, right? And it's just because, yeah. But Dr. Robotnik is right there, and then Dr. Robotnik. So this witch is that little witch right there. There's Froppy, which is there. Jessica Rabbit, all of them. So yeah, it is Dr. Egghead. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik, which is Egghead. Dr. Robotnik, which is Egghead. Sonic. Sonic. Then I got the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. And then I put the cat Binks up there. I can't find it. All right, so give me a second. I'm looking for it. They're all mixed up now, so it's not that one, but haha! Here you go, Luna. Sorry for the glitchy. Welcome back, Haru. Sorry, guys. I hit the button. I hit a button and I broke it. So there you go, Luna. And then here you go, Haru, before I have to sign off. Yeah, I gotta go. Shit. I'm running. Yeah, I gotta go. Shit. I'm running. I'm way behind and late. So bye, guys. I have to go. Sorry. Well, I hope you can hug it. So, but yeah, I have to go because I have to go pick up Crystal. So bye, guys. And Ziggy Tax real quick. Ziggy Tax time. And dog. So, all right, guys. Bye.